As we speak, the world is completely changing around us. So it's very important for us to learn how to adapt so that we can thrive. Good morning, good life. Welcome back to AmyTV, where we come together to help you go after the life you want. If you're watching this video right now, it's very likely that at this moment in time, you are experiencing some very significant and potentially unwelcome change. It could be a disappointing or difficult moment of your life. It could just be a little bit uncertain. You don't know what's to come. Either way, we got to figure out what to do. We got to adapt. We need to make the most of every moment that we have. We get this one life, we live it day by day, and we're going to do the best we possibly can at it. How you thrive in this moment is completely up to you. Let me say that again because it's very important. How you thrive in this moment is completely up to you. It may not seem that way. There may be some outside source that is affecting your ability to see that vision, to know that it is on you. Completely your responsibility, completely within your ability. And that's why I feel like this is a great moment to take a step back from the things that you feel are completely out of your control and really focus on what is in your control. So let's talk about it. What is the truth about adjusting to massive change? And how do we overcome the difficulties of it so that we can come out better on the other side? Better every single day. If you're excited about this topic, please click the like button of this video. It really helps me understand what you want to see more of in the future, and it helps the channel continue to grow so that we can help more people to go after the life that they want. All right, so when it comes to change, here's the issue at hand. Playing the victim is easy, where problem solving is much harder. But in my experience, not just from my own actions, but just observing the world, the positives and the negatives, when you take ownership, that is the key to success. No matter what is going on, take ownership in your role of it, whether your role actually is significant or your role is just simply a thought or opinion or a feeling. Take ownership in what that is, and you will start to unlock how to be on the better side of the issue. Adjusting to massive change sounds like a big task, and that's because it is. It's not going to be simple, it's not going to be easy, and your emotions are absolutely going to still get the best of you. We are human, that is life. But these are the things that I have found have helped me in adjusting for massive change, and I think could potentially help you in this moment as well. First, stop the blame game. It is the easiest tactic in the world to blame something. I could blame that brick wall for the fact that I got a hair out of place, and that would make me feel better in the moment. Does it make any sense? Absolutely not. Just checking. When we are really flustered, we come up with absolutely any excuse possible to be able to make ourselves and others potentially feel better, or what we think will make others feel better for why something is not going the way that it's going. Or what's worse is when something is going the way that it's supposed to be going, and we will still deflect any credit and blame it on someone else. Blame can be pretty too. Blame doesn't always have to be bad, but I digress. It's just much easier to explain yourself so that you can feel better about the result of something, and that typically has to do with blame. Now, the problem with this is that when we blame outside sources for what is going on, we are not having a very authentic conversation with ourselves about how to fix it, because we just think it's on someone else. So we're not just upset about outside events that have affected us in a potentially negative way, but we're now saying that another outside event or outside person or outside anything affected that thing, and it wasn't actually on us. That's fine, but that is not adjusting to massive change. You are continuing to let that entire situation, all of the blame included, continue to affect you in the future because you are not accepting any responsibility for your role in how that's playing out. When you take ownership, there's no such thing as blaming. There's just not. Now, when that starts to settle in and you're really taking ownership, that can also be very hard on you too. You might start to give yourself a very hard time, blame yourself, and negative self-talk. That is not the point. Because as much as you loved negative talking the outside source that you were blaming something on, it doesn't necessarily mean that was the correct tactic as well, which should not copy over to yourself. While you are grappling with your role that you are now identifying in something that you would have blamed on something else, you also need to have a conversation with yourself about how much you believe that you can get through that situation. You need to be capable of saying, I believe I can get through this. I absolutely believe I will get through this if I just keep going, if I just keep doing my best, if I continue to look inward at what I can control in this situation and move forward, I can get through this, I can get through anything. This belief must be unconditional. Unconditional. There is no if, there is no only when, there is none of that. If you do not believe in your heart of hearts that you cannot survive this situation with your own actions and in what you can control at your very best, then you are not adjusting to massive change. You are continuing to let it happen to you. Being unsure of your abilities is a great way to let the wind come and knock you over. When you start to think about how you are capable of getting through anything and are open to identifying where you play a role in that and not blaming things, you're much more likely to look at what you can control and do those things to the best of your ability with significantly less fear, because you now coached yourself into a game plan. We're not blaming, we're taking ownership. I believe I can get through this. Well, if I believe that, what's next? Well, now what's next is to give yourself permission. This is one of the biggest things I find in a conversation with somebody that I'm talking about going after the life that they want, or pursuing their dreams, or starting a business, or doing their thing, whatever it is that they are seeking permission. We seek the permission of outside sources. We seek the permission of people we watch on YouTube. We seek the permission of our significant other. We seek the permission of the public in general. We seek the permission of news and social media and blogs and anything we can find. And all the time, we need to get the permission from ourselves, because nobody is living this life, just us, where we are deciding not to blame and we are looking inward and we are pursuing the ability to get through anything. We now have to give ourselves permission to take the steps that we know it will take in our game plan, in our mission, in order to do that. When you have a mission, you have found permission. Per your mission, you have permission. It's that simple. Without a mission, floundering, not knowing what to do because you haven't really sat down to think about the value that you present to the world and how you can get through anything, you will not have the permission. You need it internally. You have to have that conversation with yourself. Per your mission, you have permission. So with unconditional belief that you can get through this, taking ownership of your role, and now having the permission, you really have to sit down and look at what are the skills that I have, what is the value that I have to present the world? What can I do to make a difference, both in my own life and for others, because they go together. Do you need to put your own mask on first? Yes, you do. Wash your hands, honey, put your mask on. Literal mask situation, right? But what comes next is how you help others around you, because that impact is what sets us all up for success. We ourselves individually cannot succeed if the rest of the world is not. If the rest of the world is worse off. We are not blaming the rest of the world. We are looking at ourselves to see how we can help them. We are all different. We all do amazing things. It's just a matter of identifying what those things are. What is helpful right now? What can you have to offer? We're often so in our heads about this particular topic because we see so much success online that we just assume that we are less than and we don't have what it takes. And all we need to do is really just have a conversation with the people who know us the best, who can take us out of that bubble and say, wow, here's what you're really good at. I will never forget the day when someone told me, hey, you're really good at that. It's the entire reason I'm sitting here right now. And that was more than a decade ago. If you're willing to have the conversation, if you're willing to be open to what people think about you and the good of that, not just the negative, the opportunity in that, not just the criticism, and take it and run with it, that is a positive adjustment. So talk to people, not about the events or the gossip or the people. Talk to people about how they feel, what they're struggling with, what they've noticed about you in their time of their friendship or coming up with you, growing up with you. What can someone say when they think, oh, well, when you're not in the room, I say this about you. I say people should talk to you about this. I say you're really good at that. Start to get the consensus from people you trust of where your passion is, because you're probably too close to it to identify it. And even if that thing isn't like this major passion of yours, that's okay. It might be the starting point to navigating something you're good at that could tell you where you need to be going next. We get so committed to finding our passion and leaning into our passion from Jump Street, but we haven't even given ourselves permission to navigate being good at anything. We just think we have to be good at everything, but that everything should be mostly miserable and we're just doing our job. What if you were just good at something that was helpful and needed by people, and you just did that so you could navigate what that persona of yours is like, so that you can potentially find the thing that gets you fired up in the morning and takes you to that next stage of your passion. And when you're doing all of this, it's an amazing amount of self-discovery, but if you just know it, that doesn't mean anything. Just because you know something doesn't mean it's going to make a difference. If you're actually going to adjust positively because of massive change, you need to do something about it. And the most important skill you can have, and I've done a video about this, the most important skill you can have is resourcefulness. We do not live in a time where you can make excuses about not knowing how to pursue something. You can. You're watching this video, you can figure it out. Being resourceful, finding the resources that are going to move you forward in an actionable sense to navigate this is vital. If you did nothing else that I said today, in a moment of massive change, finding the resourcefulness within yourself to navigate a next step, to try to figure out where to go from here, that's a great option. You're gradually moving yourself from all in your head to so busy getting things done you don't have time to question your abilities anymore. That is the difference. Massive change questions our abilities. You have too much time on your hands to question your abilities, so we need to move you there. In order to do that, we need to take ownership. You have to stop with the blame game. Then you have to 100% believe you have the ability to get on the other side of this. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. With that, you need to give yourself permission and then start to understand the skills that you have to offer. Talk to people, get to know them, understand them, and take that information and run with it, because you need to find your resources that are going to instruct you on how to make that game plan come to life. Get out of your head and into your action. That's it. I imagine what you're going through right now feels insanely hard if we're having this conversation. Let's just be honest. I don't think anyone's watching a how to adjust to massive change video if it's like a super awesome, exciting change, right? Because your mindset is not there. So I'm really wishing you the absolute best of this moment, no matter what it is, no matter how hard it seems like it is right now. Someone has been in your place before, and hopefully, if I've been in your place, these ideas are helpful, or that resourcefulness will come in handy for you to start to figure out, hey, who else can advise me on what it takes to get through this and thrive? You can always find more information that can help to fuel your mind in a positive capacity. One of the ways that I'm doing that is with a new project that my team and I recently launched, and that is the resources over at GATLUW.com. Go after the life you want. I don't know what that was, but go after the life you want.com. Definitely check it out, because there's loads of resources, downloadables, videos, podcasts, and the membership will be opening up very, very soon. So I would highly recommend you check that out, because there might be something there that can help you figure out what that next step is. Question of the day. And I'm taking this question from an interview I did on detail therapy recently, but with Tim Kite. You have to listen to it. It's excellent. What is a response that you could have in this moment to take action that you are afraid to try? It's a very, very authentic question to ask yourself and see where you come out with it, and it just might be the tough answer that you're looking for. If you are willing, please share that in the comments below. That's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Make sure you subscribe for good vibes, kiss the ones you love, and go after the life you want. Cheers. Hi, and welcome to Shine Squad. I am so excited that you joined. Sharon, I would happily shake you any day. Lyra, don't let that anxiety get to you. Just remember your thoughts are not you. And yes, Amber, I am still not pregnant, just to be clear. Danielle, congrats on waking up so early. I hope it's been going well for you and you've kept up after 5 days. Saxophone, what a name. And thank you a million times as well. Whole Catholic living. Honey, calendar blocking is for everyone, especially those moms. And Anna, as another mom, thank you so much for pointing out how this has been helpful for you.